Today we have Nazia Andaleeb Preema ma'am with us. She is the president of Women in Leadership. Hello ma'am, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you for having me. But I'm not only a president of Women in Leadership. First of all, I'm an artist. I always want to say this because it got a connection in between. Because if I am only a leader, that doesn't define me proper. So if I'm an artist and then turned who is a leader for a greater purpose, it really describes me.
Okay. So I can say you are
Thank you for understanding. Yeah.
So I can say you are the artist who is a leader. Okay. So ma'am, without any further delay, let's start our interview session. So your vision has given birth to the one of the biggest platforms, Women in Leadership. What is the motive and inspiration behind it?
It is, in short, it called Will, Women in Leadership. Okay. So I always say, quote, Will triggers. What does it mean? Women in Leadership triggers. So that means when women take the leadership, it triggered the society, it triggered the community. So it is very important that we realize the power and the in-depth capability of women that we see in our mothers. See how they run the family, কিভাবে আমাদের মারা বাসাটাকে পরিচালনা করে এবং আমাদের আগে দেখেছি না আমাদের নানি দাদি they were the one component who lead the whole family, right?
Yeah.
But they really don't seem they are saying it, but they are the trigger who built the family. How does it happen? Because that's the intrinsic, like very core leadership quality. But we are really sad that we really don't recognize it. Because it comes so naturally, we don't feel like we should recognize it. Because naturally, the thing that is naturally comes, we don't seem like give them the power or tell them how powerful they are. So women in leadership will trigger women from that notion that they don't feel they have been projected like that way, and যেই জায়গাটায় women in leadership কাজ করবে সেই জায়গাটা হলো যে womenরা নিজেরাও জানে না how powerful they are. They feel it, they sense it, but they cannot apply it, or society cannot get out from them. So that's the connection Will, Women in Leadership platform is trying to build. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. To the next question. What is the theme for this year Will Fest, and why are you focusing on that area?
Okay. Will Fest, this is gonna be the third Will Fest. What I mean by Will Fest, when all women come together, doing a festival together, and men are also a very integral part of it. Why I say that? Because festival is a thing. Bangladesh is a very festive nation. You see that 12 মাসে 13 পার্বণ বাংলাদেশেই হয়, because every month, like এই মাসে আমাদের 26শে মার্চ আছে স্বাধীনতা দিবস, আমাদের বঙ্গবন্ধু জাতির পিতার বার্থডে আছে। সি ইভেন একটা মার্চ মাসে কত কিছু, গত মাসে আমরা ভ্যালেন্টাইন্স ডে করলাম, স্প্রিং সেলিব্রেশন। সো Will is a celebration. What is the celebration? Women in leadership. How does it work? Because women in leadership, so far, it is a concept, it is a myth, but not applied properly. We do a lot of talking, everything, but we don't do the strategical implementation to get the leadership done. So from there, Will Fest is working, because Will Fest got a different leg. So যখন 4-5টা leg you create, so then you penetrate from this 4-5টা legs, so it become a whole body. So Will Fest is a body that comes from different what do you call অঙ্গ প্রত্যঙ্গ. সো একটা মানুষ বানাতে গেলে যেমন সবগুলো এন্টিটি দরকার from brain to toe, so একটা লিডারশিপকে দেখতে হবে আমাদেরকে like a human body. So it is not one leadership. If you want to build a person, a human, you have to penetrate all its, what do you call, হাত পা চোখ কান ইন্দ্রিয় সাথে অঙ্গ প্রত্যঙ্গ, ইন্দ্রিয় এবং অঙ্গ প্রত্যঙ্গর সাথে যদি আমাদের সোল মার্জ করে, then the human really rightly happen. So if we talk about leadership in a very superficial way, it won't happen. So the festival is designed as it that এখানে ট্রেনিং, এখানে ম্যাগাজিন, এখানে অ্যাওয়ার্ড, এখানে সেশন. So see how it works. It's like connecting dots. And then you can tell that we are in a process of leadership. So women in leadership is a process which is a festival of women visibility.
Wow, great. Ma'am, as you said, we don't visualize our family, our women who are working in the families.
Yeah.
So connecting that, you have been focusing on visibility for women for some time.
Yeah.
How do you see the concept visibility, and what makes it difficult for women to be more visible?
When I say women need to be visible, visible এর বাংলাটা খুব সুন্দর, দৃশ্যমান. Visibility সাথে আমার আর্টের মিল আছে. You see my art, these are visible, these are দৃশ্যমান. একজন আর্টিস্ট কি করে, সে তার ফর্ম, কালার এগুলো দিয়ে তার যে এক্সপ্রেশনটাকে ফুটিয়ে তোলে. দ্যাট ইজ আ visual element. We are talking, somebody is capturing, now we become visual, otherwise we would be just audio recording, right? That can be also visual, but you have to have super imagination to visual it, which an artist does, right? So from that notion I'm coming that how deep it is. The notion, the philosophy is super deep, because visibility is such a thing. If you can't visible, you can't believe. Right? মানুষ কেন মিউজিয়ামে যায়? Because like Picasso or Cézanne or Matisse or Kandinsky or Frida Kahlo or Zainul or Kamrul, এদেরকে দেখতে কেন মিউজিয়ামে যেতে হয়? We know they are great artists, but আমরা visually দেখতে লাইক করি. Right? We see them presenting in the museum, so we know, oh, he existed, right? She existed. So women must be visible to believe that they exist. If they are I'm having goosebumps. If they are invisible, nobody see them. Nobody, এবং তারও একটা ব্যাপার আছে, not the way they think they should be visible. Like, why I'm saying that, একটা কোলে মা বাচ্চা নিয়ে বসে আছে, that's very visible, we understand that. But একটা মেয়ে লিডারশিপ হ্যান্ড রেজ করছে, that is very uncommon, right? সো আমরা উইমেনকে এমনভাবে ট্র্যাডিশনালি সেট আপ করেছি যে ওকে কিছু ভিজুয়ালি শুধু উই ক্যান থিঙ্ক. এখন উইমেন যে প্লেন চালায়, সি ভিজুয়ালিটি, ভিজুয়াল কি পাওয়ারফুল, দ্য ভিজুয়াল ইজ ভেরি পাওয়ারফুল ওয়েন সে প্লেন চালায়. ওয়েন একটা উইমেন যুদ্ধে যায়, ইটস আ ভিজিবল পাওয়ার, visibility power. So we need to create more powerful statement for women. So we have to really think through what is visibility mean and how women can be visible to the powerful discourse of their thinking, their work, their ability, their possibility. Yeah, that's how visibility connects.
The concept of visibility influenced by your art, how they are connected?
Well, I'm a very visible person. As an artist, I want to be very visible. Not only by my art, but also my body, because my body is a very core part of my art. Because if a body is not part of an art it's not a standalone entity. So you all know that I do performance. I use my body for performance art because I really want to use my body. Because if I don't touch it, I cannot feel it. Like all this museum that I visit all over the world, I always try to touch the painting or কোনো একটা sculpture দেখলে আমি ধরতে চাই. So what happened? Security guards come in. Security guards said, "Oh ma'am, you cannot get close." So I always make a fun of it, that why I can't? Because if I can't touch the love, I cannot feel the love. So visibility is as such powerful that very politically, very fundamentally, we actually take the essence of core feeling. If you want to feel it, you have to be visible. If you want to be visible, you have to have presence. If you have to be present, see, interconnection is very powerful. So for my art is very visible. That's why I think আমি আমার আর্টে যত মেয়ে দেখাই, আমি সমাজে অত মেয়ে কেন দেখি না? সো এই যে একটা ডিসকোর্স তৈরি করলো যে এত মেয়ে আঁকছি, such a myth. Women are all visible. Like there are a lot of paintings there, women are so present, but where are the women present? They are not present. It is actually a story. We have to make a story a reality. So my work connect with my art so well that I paint with imagination and I reflect in reality, and that is itself a mission that is impossible. None of the artists could have done ever before, because when you make art a revolution, that is a great power itself. Art is a revolution. যুগে যুগে আমাদের দেশে কাইয়ুম চৌধুরীর দেশ আজ বিশ্ববেহার খপ্পরে দ্য আর্ট ইনফ্লুয়েন্স বাংলাদেশ সো মাচ, স্বৈরাচার শাসন ঘটিয়েছেন তিনি তার ওই আর্টটা দিয়ে, ওই পিস অফ ভয়ঙ্কর ফেস। So art is a movement, but we seldom see it. So we really need to connect it to perfectly tap it, that how art or visibility can make it happen in the society. Yeah.
The next question is going to be long. So it's most art consumer term you as courageous artist. Also you focus on creating and destroying to create again, which can also be linked to courage to destroy something one has created. As a courageous artist, do you seek lack of courage around you?
Okay, my process of art, I'm actually destroy every time my own style. What does it mean? Because when I destroy my own creation, my own style, I provoke my new sensation. Because if I am in love with my same style, that means I am so narcissist. I cannot break myself. So to break your own style is a very courageous movement. Like think about it. আমি একটা set of art করলাম, সেই set of art বিক্রি হয়ে গেল, humongous money আমি earn করলাম, but then I'm hooked to that style. I cannot break it. So I'm actually cannot break myself then. So I'm stuck in one style. So that's why I, over the years, 25 years, my art genre have created 7 styles. And nobody could understand how an artist could break her own style so many times. And then when I look back, when I see my studio around me, that all this style got so power. One style lead me to other style. And the more I practice new style, the more it became simpler. Because the more you dig, the more you become simpler. বলে না, the সবচেয়ে যে great human being, that great human being is the most simplest human being. How can they be? Because they become so simple by going so complicated procedure of life. Yeah? So, Mother Teresa কেন এত simple? Think about his life. Gandhi কেন এত সিম্পল, আমাদের বঙ্গবন্ধু কেন এত সিম্পল? রবীন্দ্রনাথ বলেছেন যে সহজ কথা যায় না বলা সহজে, সহজ কথা কইতে আমায় কহজে। কেন? বিকজ এত কমপ্লিকেটেড ফিলোসফির পরে সেই লাইনটা কেন বলেছে আমাদের বুঝতে হবে। সো আমার স্টাইল এত কমপ্লিকেটেড, আস্তে আস্তে আমি চলে এসেছি একদম মাই সিম্পলস্ট অরা। সো উইমেন ইন লিডারশিপ যখনই ডিস্ট্রয় করবে, লিডারশিপের যত নর্মস যে যতবার ডিস্ট্রয় করবে সে তত পিন পয়েন্ট লিডারশিপে পৌঁছাবে। সো আমরা এখন বলছি প্রফেশনাল লিডারশিপ, একদিন বলবো মেন্টাল লিডারশিপ, একদিন বলবো ফিজিক্যাল লিডারশিপ, একদিন বলবো মানে লিডারশিপকে আমরা এমন করে ফেলবো লিডারশিপ বাতাসের মতো হয়ে যাবে। লাইক মা যখন বাচ্চাকে দেখে, মা কি প্রত্যেক দিন অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করে যে আমি বাচ্চাকে দেখি? বাট এভরিওয়্যার উই ডু মার্কেটিং। মার কোনো মার্কেটিং লাগে না। মা এমন একটা কমোডিটি, মা এমন একটা এন্টিটি, সরি মাই ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ, কমোডিটি না এন্টিটি, দ্যাট ইজ দ্য মোস্ট পাওয়ারফুল অ্যাজ আ ব্র্যান্ড। When you say mother, I have goosebumps. When you say mother in any language, everybody understand. Huh? How it is possible? How mother is such a great brand which have no marketing? Because মা নিজেকে এত ভাঙে, সন্তানের জন্য এত গড়ে যে তারা ওই জায়গাটায় পৌঁছে যায় সিম্পলেস্ট জায়গায়। Look at our mothers. They're the most simple, but they are the most complicated. You know why? Because they create all us.
So ma'am, as Bangladesh celebrates its 50 years of independence, we as a nation are looking for the next 50 years. How do you visualize female role in the next journey of Bangladesh?
Well, we are getting into 50 years of our independence. Women need to know how to be independent in a real way. And they need to practice independence in every aspect of their life. And that's when we are really independent in a true sense.
You quoted, women empowerment should be a reality, not a concept. What do you mean by that?
Well, when I do a initiative, when we does this notion of doing a program around it, then it creates a story. Yeah? Then we can understand why we create a story, because it was a myth. Otherwise, we make a story, the concept of mythical aspect doesn't go away. So we built a story around women in leadership, and that's how it will become a reality. Because when I paint, it could be a emotional or imaginative discourse, but women in leadership is not a painting, it's a reality. We need to connect with the reality, the empowering woman. So আমরা খুব ভাবছি, আমরা খুব real, আমরা খুব empowered, but no, it's a dream. We need to wake up from our dream to understand what is the power of empowerment. That's why it's important to
make it reality.
Reality, yeah.
Okay. The next question is very interesting, and I guess everybody wants to know about it. What drives Preema to do what she does?
Okay, life is so short, that is reality. But how we can be immortal? Through our action, belief, and what we give. So me as an artist, as a person, as Preema, what I believe, I want to give, and what I give, it has to be sustainable for change the people's life for a greater purpose, and for the society, and for the whole universe. So that's why I exist. I am an entity, I am not a person. I am a belief, I am not just a painting. I am a notion that nobody can ignore. Yeah, that is what I am.
Thank you, ma'am. What aspects can further be added to Will so that it can continue to create different outlooks in our surroundings?
Well, Wheel is a process-driven platform. So as we grow with women, we learn. The whole Wheel is a learning platform. That's why I always said nothing like learning. The person who learn will grow. The person who know will never grow. Yeah? So it's a very philosophical. The Wheel is a very philosophical platform because it's driven by me. So my aspect is to create a platform of learning. How you learn? When you learn, you know that where you are. So women would learn where they are, and they would understand their positioning, and as they understand their position in the society, they can work on it. So I am helping them, supporting women to realize their potential, to be on board, to take the lead, to change it, because this is very important. Will is a women in leadership, is a process-driven, philosophical, contextual discourse that manifests women who learn, educate, and thrive for their own empowerment.
What advice do you want to give to the new era of women? And who will shape Bangladesh in the next 50 years?
Okay, new era of women, the advice is only advice. Open up.
Open up yourself.
Do not wear so many clothes. It's a metaphor. We wear so many clothes. Women are so closed. Be naked. Naked means, we only know be naked. Naked means give your soul the liberty to open up. What do you want? You ask for it. What do you want? You be the one. There is no limit of a human to grow. So go grow and shine and be the best of your possibility. Be the best who you are. So shake the world. You became the peacock. You know the peacock?
Yeah.
Show all its feather. ময়ূরের পাখা মেলে দিতে হবে মেয়েদের। মেয়েদের সমস্ত পাখা যাতে পৃথিবী দেখে, সেই জন্য মেয়েদেরকে নিজেদেরকে সব কিছু থেকে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে। I think young generation, they are the power, but they need to know whom to go. There is a Sufi quote I love to say, what you seek is seeking you. তুমি যদি আমার কাছে আসতে চাও, তুমি যদি আরেকজনের কাছে যাও, তাহলে তুমি ভুলটা পাবে। So you have to decide whom you chose as your mentor. Please decide carefully. Do not choose the mentor wrong, so your life will be wrong. Yeah?
Yes.
Mentor is just at there. You just don't see it. Be aware to see and find your right teacher. Just because she school poraচ্ছে is not your teacher. Maybe your mother is your get teacher or your best friend. Find the right teacher, because the teacher ultimately your lover, because he or she would love you with their life.
As you say, to all the girls to open up yourself, is attire important for women, and why women already objectified by that? Why?
Attire, মানে dress
Yes,
up.
dress up.
Women are always dressed or are criticized by dress up because they don't have nothing to say about them. They are so powerful. মানে ওদেরকে womenকে দিয়ে কি বলবে, because women are already powerful, so they really tap the most silliest thing, which is dress, which is an attire, what is attire? আমি একসময় একটা করব, শুধু বাংলাদেশে শুনতাম মিটিং টিটিংয়ে যখন আমরা প্রফেশনালরা যাই বা আর্টিস্টরা যাই, আমরা শাড়ি না পরলে কখনো আমাদেরকে তারা কেয়ার করে না, because we don't look old enough. Look at us today. I am almost at my 50. I'm wearing a dress which quote unquote not a very feminine in Bangladesh context, but you are at your 20s, you wearing a sari. That doesn't take our power away. Power happens, thinking happens in mind, not in attire. Culture happen in mind, not in attire. I am more cultured than any cultural people would claim, but it is not by my only attire. It is a part of it. Attire can be a part of it, but not whole of it. We always live by the part, not the whole. Try to live whole. Let the dress go. Let the attire go. See the woman. See her power. How beautiful she is, with or without attire. Yeah?
Yeah. Does our education system validate leadership?
Validate leadership education system? No, because our education system is so poor. It will take a long way to take a shift, because what I noticed, all these young, when I was student, I didn't really like, I went to Bangladesh school college. I went to Holy Cross school. That was amazing school. That actually shaped me up, because their education system was diverse. That's why they could create an inclusive educational system. Yeah, but in university, Dhaka University or any other subject, they subjectify the subject. Can you believe it? They objectify the subject. So what happened? A student with versatile talent become better than the subject. So the subject itself becomes so less than the object. So the student become the subject, and the subject become the object. So how does it work? This whole system is so wrong. We need to shape it up. And we need to shape it up as students are the leaders. Check out my Inspiring Women Leadership Award that I give from Will. It is actually giving all young leaders award. Every time I focus young face, not my face. I'm gone. I'm out of the scene. You guys enter. So you are the leader. So education system should validate. The students are the leader. Yeah? So they have to validate student leaders. That means the students are the power of the future.
Thank you so much, Preema ma'am. We are really glad to have you here. And today we learned a lot from her.
So what did you learn? I'm very curious.
You know what? From now on, I can see my life from another perspective. And I think আমাদের যত অডিয়েন্স যারা দেখছেন সকলে এই জিনিসটাকে নিজের লাইফকে নিজেকে ভেঙে যে আবার গড়তে হবে সেই জিনিসটি তারা নতুন করে শিখতে পারলো, জানতে পারলো। আর আমি আমাদের যত ভিউয়ার্স আছে, নারী জাতি আছে, মেয়েরা আছে, সকলকে আহ্বান করছি যে নিজেকে আটকে রেখো না, মেলে ধরো নিজেকে, আর ভাঙতে ভাঙতে নিজেকে গড়ো, তবেই তুমি একসময় তোমার লক্ষ্যে পৌঁছে যাবে। ধন্যবাদ।
Very nice, well put. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.